Man, what a firestorm that's brewing right now. Holy cow. Easyriders magazine sparks outrage everywhere, man. You have freaking creators over on YouTube going freaking crazy. People in the comments section over at Easyriders on Facebook going freaking crazy. And you're wondering what the heck's going on. Well, there was I guess a fantasy story or a fictional story that was written by Renegade over on Easyrider's biker.net, talking about and I can't really say that much because it's going on. This video is going on Facebook, YouTube, so I'll put it on harleyliberty.com, some of the excerpts of it, but it had to do with the child and about a biker. Let's just, you know what I'm talking about right there. And from what I seen, it's pretty bad. I can't believe that it got past editorial on this, because let's face it, Easyriders is a huge company, man. They have the huge magazine, they have all the rally events, all that type of stuff. So I don't see how it got past the editorial review to be put on that site. Now, Easyrider's Bandit came out, and I don't believe for 1 second that Bandit's this kind of guy. He's been around since way before Insane Throttle. I'm thinking they started in the 90s with their biker news stuff. But anyway, I know Renegade's been there since, before 2008, 2009. He had to be there before that. I can't remember. But anyway, uh, Bandit has came out with his side of the story. He's accepting responsibility for it. He did mention Amy, who is the writer of Mother, which is, she's good. And I got a little bit of her reaction. I had to condense it because it was basically 18 minutes. So we got it down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. But this is a serious deal. Bikers, within our community, what you try to harm a kid, oh man, it's over. It's over. One thing I do disagree with Bandit about is he mentions the code. You guys with this code, push it aside. Push it aside. Right now, you have $1 million business in jeopardy. All your advertisers are leaving. All your events could get blackballed. Put the guy on blast who freaking wrote the story, man. Yeah, you took responsibility. Great stuff right there, man. Great stuff for taking responsibility. The one at the top always has to do that. I wish more people would do that nowadays. When there's a screw up, admit it, admit you're wrong, move on. But with something like in your business, man, you need to put this sucker on Front Street, man, before it gets any freaking worse. And we don't want to see, Easyriders has had a very hard time with the new digital stuff and how to restructure the magazine. You bought it out. Don't let your hard work go because some dimwit wrote a story like this. I'm just saying, nobody can support you on that if you allow this to happen without firing the person that actually did it. And I hope it was not for real. Okay, let's just put it that way. But we're going to go into it right now. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that's going on over at Facebook. Then I'm going to play the videos for you right now. Let's go over there. That is Mother. Here's the Easyrider magazine. Now you just see they got 756,000 followers. That's their biggest platform is Facebook and their magazine. This is the video that we're going to go over. The statement that was made, I believe it was 8 hours ago. On February 10th, a highly offensive, despicable item was posted on biker.net. We want to state unequivocally that Easyrider staff had no involvement with this post, was not aware of it prior to the publication, and most certainly does not condone its content. So basically, whoever had the keys to biker.net, you got to talk to them. We share in your outrage and want to assure you that this item had nothing to do with Easyriders. It was not published in our magazine nor featured on any of our social media accounts. We appreciate those that have taken the time to reach out to us about this, and we appreciate those who are standing with us in support. Now, they do got a point that biker.net, even though it's owned by the owner Easyriders, those are probably two separate entities right there. So you might have staffers working at Easyriders that aren't working with biker news.net or biker whatever. And then we go over to Mac mother, that is Amy. And you know what? I'll read this after we go to the video. So let's check out the videos. This one first from Bandit over at Easyrider.
Wow, you can imagine I've had recommendations from everyone and their mother on how to handle this. We do not support pedophilia in any way, shape, or form. I'm completely responsible for the story and pulled it down immediately. My mistake. I'm not going to blame anyone except myself. I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. That's against the code. But someone has kept this mistake alive through her post. She's not happy with me, and I wish her no harm. But she is the one pounding the pedophilia drum and trying to blame it on me. We publish murder mysteries. Does that mean we condone murder? We publish stories about stolen motorcycles. Does that mean we condone thievery? I don't think so. Amy wrote an anti-Muslim piece, which I rejected. Am I flashing it all over the internet to make her out to be a bad person? Hell no, she's a brilliant writer. We hope to get past this, build the coolest website, BikerNet, which is 30 years old this year. We're also on a mission to rebuild the coolest motorcycle magazine, Easyriders, which is 55 years old this year. We're all about riding free, riding cool bikes, and featuring the best builders in the world. What could be better?
So that is Bandit right there on his take of this whole situation. And he did mention Amy in there. So that's why I took some of this video from her Facebook site. Let's take a look at this real quick. This is who he was talking about.
And, you know, this was published on BikerNet. And I know for a fact that everything that's turned in goes through Keith Ball. He wrote this, I guess he's going to try to call it an apology, saying it was unvetted bullshit. He vets everything. You know, I don't understand why he published the story, why anybody would publish that story. It's awful. Well, now there's this huge blow up on Facebook and probably other social medias. I don't even know. People are leaving Easyrider magazine. You know, the advertisers and the subscribers and stuff, musicians and everything are walking away because they posted this pedophilia. And he wrote a thing on Facebook and blamed this disgruntled employee for being the reason for this problem. And he goes, goodbye. That means he chose that story over my work, over mother, over everything. He chose to keep that story. When he said goodbye to me, he, you know, made his mark in the sand, in my opinion. You know, I have put up with him. I wrote him, you know, I have wrote about the clubs for a very, very long time. I asked him a month or two ago, could I write a story about something going on in one of the clubs? And he sent me an email and told me that the 1% never did anything to contribute to our lifestyle. He said, I know you have an affection for the 1%, but I don't understand why they never contributed anything to our lifestyle. I'll send this email to anybody that wants to see it. You know, that was pretty disgruntling too.
So there you have it. That was Amy with Mother, and she's claiming that he has final editorial control on what's put on Biker Net. And this is a sad situation because Easyriders is a huge part of the biker scene, and it's going to be hard for Easyriders to pull out of this one, man, because especially in this time period of 2025, it wasn't right back in the 1970s, 80s, or 90s, because I've heard some of the influencers, mention that, hey, this ain't the night. It wasn't like that even then. It was even frowned upon even then. Anybody that was a minor, that's always been a part of what bikers we always protected them. So this is surprising that it was posted. It's infuriating that it got posted, but I do not believe that Bandit did it intentionally. I just don't. I might be wrong, but I know for a fact all these years, over 30 years he's been in this game, that I've never saw anything that I can remember like this that's been posted. Again, you got one side saying he must have known, and the other side saying that, hey, we took the action that we needed to take, which is great. That's wonderful. He came out, he presented his side of everything, and it's going to be up to all you to decide what you think, because it's everywhere now. You're going to have people on both sides of the aisles. We tried to go right down the middle. And it is normal to have articles up. They've done it for all that, but not an article like this. That wasn't normal. We have adult articles up on our stuff over on HarleyLiberty.com. But yeah, we would never put this in there. But anyway, this is something that I hope Easyriders is able to get ahead of. A lot of people don't think that they are, because you got all the influencers. They're losing people like bands, and you never want to see anybody fall because of something like this. You don't want to have the staff of Easyriders pay in such a way where they lose their jobs because some other nitwit made a post on something on a website that they're not a part of. Again, there was both sides. I'm sure more come out. Mother said that she'll have more videos. You can go over to her Facebook page, go over to Easyriders. But before you pull the trigger on getting rid of Easyriders, make sure you look at both sides of the story. And again, we know it's real sad. So I wanted to punch somebody in the mouth for writing that stuff. Anyway, that's the news for today. Let me know what you guys and gals think in the comment section. Keep it clean. God knows you need to keep it clean on YouTube. Anyway, that's it. Rock on.
Uncensored interviews, raw MC stories. Join now to unlock the madness. In the shadows of the open road, a lone rider searches for something real, for brotherhood. Hunt ends.
Hey, this is Bobby, frontman of Insane Throttle. Crank the rock, stream us now.